Hi betting experts, on Saturday the 31st of December, the last day of 2022, and we've got a traditional ITV 7 on Saturday, the best of the action from Newbury and Warwick. The ground on the softer side of good at both tracks. There is some weather around, hopefully they'll miss the worst of it. We start off with our betting expert Daily Nap. This runs in the 150 at Newbury. The Coral Bet Bundles Handicap Hurdle, 2 mile, 4.5 furlong Class 2 for 4-year-olds and upwards, and I think Peking Rose here is worth another chance. Now, basically a very progressive 7-year-old who'd really impressed when making a winning reappearance under a confident ride on seasonal debut, well back there, produced late and showing a smart turn of foot. Julie very strong in the market next time out over this course and distance 35 days ago, but if you watch that run back, poorly positioned initially and then made a bad mistake at the third hurdle which seemed to put him right off, and he never really got warm, trailing home well beaten. I think you can put a line through that run. I think he's basically still ahead of the game with more to come. Fergal O'Brien still going along nice. He's had 2 winners in the last 14 days. Our betting expert value angle selection runs in the 225 at Newbury. This is the Coral Racing Club Mandarin Handicap Chase, 3 mile 2, 0 to 135 for 4-year-olds and upwards. A really good quality race this, and I'm going to give Killer Kane another chance. Now, I think some of Joe Tizard's have been needing the run first time out, and he's had 2 runs this winter, shaping slightly better than the bare result on each occasion, and perhaps this marathon 3 mile 2 is what he wants these days. I suspect he rather overdid things from the front round this track last time out. He went with loads of zest, jumped pretty well, but he got tired in a race where they probably went off too hard, weakening out of things from 3 out. But I thought it was a step forward, and he's eased a pound or 2 since, which will help. They'll have to be a lot more patient in this 3 mile 2 stamina test, but he goes well at Newbury. He's a double figure price. I think he'll go really well. The remaining 5 races, we'll do them in time order. Back to Newbury for the 115, a handicap chase over 2.5 miles a furlong. Well, only money comes from a yard I really like, Chris Gordon. He's a progressive young chaser. He was an impressive winner at Worcester in October, and he's held his form since. I thought he ran really well behind Amarillo Sky over this course and distance in November. That one well ahead of the game, has followed up since. The form's strong, and he was well clear of the rest until getting tired from the last. He's a sound jumper, a free-going sort. I'm hoping they'll be fairly positive, and perhaps he can make all the running. Over to Warwick for the 135, a 3 mile 2 stayers hurdle for 3-year-olds and upwards, a Class 4. Well, Sporting Ace has been running really well since returning from his summer break. He was a winner at Warwick in May at this track, and he's posted 2 solid defeats since in November. I think the step up to 3 mile 2 will definitely suit him. He goes well round here, which is a big plus. It's a real course specialist track, Warwick, sharp left-handed, and I think he'll go really close here. Back to Warwick for the 210, one of these popular veterans chases over 3 miles. Well, Go Steady comes from a yard flying suddenly, Dan Skelton. He had 4 winners in the week. They're all running really well, and Go Steady is a smooth travelling week finisher. I think Warwick will suit him, and Tristan Durrell, the boy riding him, is very good. He's going places. I think Go Steady can pick these off late. Doesn't do a lot in front, so he'll need a really canny ride, but could be a class above these ageing veterans. Back to Newbury for the Challow at 3 o'clock, a 2 mile 4 grade 1. Well, Bull Nichols has been milking these grade 1s in the UK. Probably be a different matter when the Irish come over, but Hermes Elan, really impressive. Now, before he ran at Stratford, he hadn't shown them a lot at home. They paid a fortune for him. He was worried, but he bolted up at Stratford under Bryony, and last time at Cheltenham, he made all the running. He jumped absolutely superbly, finishing with loads of running left in the tank. Not sure what he beat, but there's loads more to come. He's going to be a cracking chaser in time. Cobden would liable to lead here. I think Newbury will suit him, rolling along in front, jumping well. He's going to take an awful lot of pegging back. And the last one at Newbury, the 335, a handicap chase over 2 miles, 6.5 furlong. Well, Malinello comes from another red-hot York yard, Ben Pauling. He returned from a long absence to win at Newcastle in November, showing a really good attitude, harried on the lead and pulling out extra to repel a competitive field. He is up in the weights, but he has been given a bit of time to avoid the dreaded bounce factor, and I think he can defy his new mark here under the talented £3 claimer Luca Morgan. Best of luck on New Year's Eve, betting experts.